A month had passed since Arisu left. Since I first met her 2 months ago, we had officially spent just as much time apart as we'd spent together. But the memories of her were still vivid in my mind. Soon our time apart would surpass our time together. Each passing second whispered at me to forget her, but I knew I never would. Nevertheless, my depression only grew. I couldn't even bring myself to talk to him. Whenever I tried, my chest ached like my heart was in a vice. "Hey, Dad?" I looked up at my father, whose hair and eyes resembled mine. That day, my family and I had come to the lake to have a picnic. This was not something we often did. "If there's other countries on the other side of the ocean, then what's on the other side of the lake? They both make a whoosh sound, so why are they so different?"
Supposedly, these waves are created by friction between the surface water and the wind. That said, a lake is still not the same as an ocean. A lake will not lead you to distant lands.
So it was Dad who told him all that, eh?
Oh. Do you think I'll ever see her again?
I like that Mom has a sprite, but not Dad.
Who? Arisu? Yeah. She said she was going to a faraway country. I promised I'd write to her.
So you like her?
What? No, I don't. You like her? There's nothing to be embarrassed about. Personally, I like her very much.
You do?
Can you blame me? She's just so adorable. Yeah. The moment I saw her, I thought she was a princess.
Aw. She kinda was. She was your princess. 2 months had passed since Arisu left town, but I still remembered her. It's weird to see the living area from this angle and know that this is the correct angle and not the mirrored version. It just doesn't look right now.
Oh, it looks like your father's home.
I'm back.
Welcome home, dear.
Thank you, darling.
Welcome home, Dad.
Thanks. Were you a good boy today?
Yeah.
Good, good. Then you've earned a little reward.
What's that?
Are these the freaking doves? No, the doves! Stop my heart, please. I'm just gonna be, every single thing I'm gonna be like, I remember this, and I remember that, and oh boy. I'm a glass cage of emotions.
These are rare, one-of-a-kind pieces handcrafted by a Venetian glass maestro.
Oh dear, that sounds expensive. They're so pretty.
I was drawn to them instantly.
They remind me of her eyes.
This type of bird is called a wagtail, and wagtails are monogamous birds.
Monogamous?
In other words, the male and the female stay together, like husband and wife. Here in our country, legend has it that these very birds once helped the two gods of creation learn what it means to be a married couple, which is why we sometimes refer to them as mate birds. These birds are bonded for life, and so you must cherish not just one, but both of them.
Okay, I'll take good care of them.
And when you find that special someone, I want you to give them one of these wagtails. That way the two of you will always be together.
As he spoke, he patted me on the head.
We'll always be together?
Perhaps you'll give it to that young lady.
I gently clasped the glass figurines in my palms.
Now what do you say, Alice?
Thanks, Dad. I'll be really careful with them. After that, more time passed. Nearly a year had elapsed since I first met Arisu. It was around then that my mother started sighing constantly. My father was never home. Perhaps he was busy with work. But I could feel everything around us slowly changing.
Hey, Mom? What is it?
How come Dad doesn't come home anymore?
Well, he's busy with work, sweetheart.
Oh.
Oh, that reminds me.
What?
We got a letter from your sweet Arisu.
Beaming, she held out a white envelope.
Oh, here you are.
Thanks, Mom! I snatched the letter and ran off.
Where are you going?
To read it in my room!
Aw, he was so happy to get a letter. So cute. Oh.
My heart thumped in my chest as I opened it. There, I found a letter written in both Japanese and English.
That's our girl.
Whoa. She's learning another language. The more letters we exchanged, the more I could tell that she was getting used to her new life there. Still, this was impressive progress in under a year. Dear Alice, how are you? I'm doing well.
Things have calmed down now, so I have more time to write you letters. I've learned a lot about my new country, too. Check out these bilingual skills. I was really scared at first, but I found my courage, and it's all thanks to you. No, really, I'm not exaggerating. Your letters have meant the world to me. Life hasn't been easy for me over here, but whenever I'm sad, your letters convince me to keep trying. Remember that time you said, "Don't cry, Arisu"? I'll never forget it as long as I live. I wouldn't be where I am today if it wasn't for you. Thank you so, so much. Oh yeah! Guess what? I'm learning how to cook. I keep thinking about all that yummy food your mom made for us. I want to learn to cook like that. Gosh, I wish I was eating her apple pie right now. I'm still nowhere near as good as her, but I hope someday I can cook something for you. Until then, I'll practice lots and lots.
She's really doing great out there. She's so smart and cute. I'm sure everybody there likes her. Now to write back. But what do I say? Her letter was full of positivity and optimism. But at some point, my life ran out of those things. At this rate, she was going to leave me behind. What good am I? I looked in the mirror. What would you say to her? He didn't answer. Which one of us did she see as her prince anyway? Alice or Alistair? Ugh, not again. The familiar ache spread through my chest. That's it! I headed to the living room, grabbed a chair, and used it to reach the glass wagtails on the shelf. I was planning to wait until she came back to give her one, but I could just send it to her through the mail. And as long as she had it, we'd always be together. My fingers couldn't quite reach.
So that's why he wasn't fooling around. He was trying to get it for her. Gosh dang it. Why you gotta keep breaking my heart?
Just a little farther.
Stretching up on my tiptoes, I tried again. My fingers barely grazed the glass.
Ah!
As I nearly lost my balance atop the chair, one of the wagtails fell to the floor.
Ugh.
I had caught myself on the shelf, so I was fine, but the glass figurine had shattered into tiny pieces all over the carpet.
What do I do? They're gonna yell at me.
A dozen ideas rose to mind all at once. It was so expensive. Dad bought it just for me. If he found out I broke it, he'd be devastated. He might never buy me another gift ever again. It should have been so easy for me to carefully get the bird down from the shelf. If I couldn't even accomplish that, then what good was I? Not only that, but the wagtails were monogamous birds. I was supposed to give Arisu one of them so we'd be together forever. But now that bird was destroyed. My heart ached so much I could scarcely breathe. I could see someone's reflection in the shards of glass.
No, it's not my fault. It was someone else.
And Cinderella was born.
Oh? What happened to the glass figurine that was there? I don't know.
In the heat of the moment, I lied. But only part of it was a lie. I didn't know what had happened to the glass fragments. In a blink, the mess was all cleaned up. At first I was relieved, thinking maybe I dreamed the whole thing. I thought to myself, thank goodness I didn't really break that wagtail. But when I looked up at the shelf, I saw that one of the birds was gone. Why? How? Wasn't that all a dream? I struggled to remember, but couldn't. Then I looked down at my hands and realized they were covered in cuts.
Alistair, please just be honest with me. I don't like little liars.
The words stabbed into my heart. Yes, I was lying, but I was also telling the truth. I just didn't know how to explain it.
I'm sorry. I broke it.
After that day, I started to notice little gaps in my memory.
Wow, so it was the breaking of the wagtails that caused the first split. I mean, Dad had kind of disappeared for a while, but interesting.
More time passed.
So did you, like, legitimately just have a giant-ass birdcage in this cottage? And if so, why? Are we ever gonna explain, like, why there's a birdcage in here? I thought it was all just an illustration of what Alice, how Alice pictured his time at the cottage, but is there, like, for real a birdcage there? Because I have questions.
Here we are. Starting today, this is our new home.
After we were kicked out of our old house, we moved into this little cottage. I never asked why, but I had an idea based on the way everyone treated us.
I know it's a little cramped, but it's only the two of us now. We'll make it work. What about Dad? Your father probably isn't coming back. But that's okay. Your mama's here for you.
Mom. She hugged me gently.
Alice, you have nothing to worry about. I'll protect you.
I could tell my mother was in pain, but she was doing everything she could for me.
Okay.
Hey, lady, open up. I know you're in there. Oh, hey, the door's unlocked.
Aw, he's hiding behind her. Stop.
What do you want?
Sorry about this, ma'am. I got word that you moved out here, so I rushed right over. See, we're really gonna need your husband's loan repaid with interest.
The man in the suit from Cinderella's route. That's why there was all the. Aw, man. The man in the suit. It's all coming together.
Is that your little son? He's a real cutie.
Alice, I need to speak with this nice man, so please go to your room. Okay.
All I ever did was hide in my mother's shadow. I knew I needed to do better, but my legs were shaking. Some prince I turned out to be.
Aw, you were just a baby. You were like 10 years old, man. I hear flippity flapping?
Oh, a cloak, maybe?
I squeezed my eyes shut and held my breath. Heart racing, I flailed my limbs, but I couldn't grab hold of anything. Everything's getting dark. Am I going to sink to the bottom? Help me!
I awoke with a scream. I was just drowning in my sheets.
Huh? I can breathe again? As I opened my blurry eyes, I realized that not only was I on dry land, I was no longer at the lake at all. Is this my house? What am I doing here? Where's Cinderella?
Hey, you don't have your cloak on. Delightful. Man, I gotta say, now that I've got confirmation, we're just, for sure, we're like jumping between worlds. And the way it happened in Cinderella's, strong amnesia memories, particularly the anime vibes, because the way the anime handled, spoiler alert, the way the anime handled the game adaptation was, it didn't do like a full route and then she would change. She would be like partway through a route and then something would happen to her. And then she would just like wake up in a situation with the other guy in his world. And that's very much what's happening here. And I love that. I absolutely adore that because you all know how I feel about amnesia memories. So I live for this. This is great. Anyway, yes, Red.
Eureka! Is it the wolf again?
Ah! Out of nowhere, the door flew open, nearly stopping my heart in my chest. But the intruder ignored me and marched straight to the window, which he promptly flung open.
Where are you, wolf? Is this where you're hiding? He's gone. He must have escaped.
Red, you do know there was no wolf, right? As I debated whether to say anything to the strange man, he suddenly looked over at me, his expression hard.
Mysterious guy. Eureka, are you unharmed? Any injuries?
I had so many questions. Who was this guy? How did he know me? What was I doing here? But most importantly, are those wolf ears?
What's the matter?
Your ears. I stared at his head.
Yes. What about them?
As he spoke, they twitched slightly.
Kawaii! Can I touch them?
And priorities. Unable to hold myself back, I lunged at him.
What? Wait a minute! Whoa! Stop! Stop that!
Pet, 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 pet.
Ah!
Pet, 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 pet. Your ears are so soft! He blushed and trembled as I continued to pet him relentlessly. I can't believe we're doing this. Just then, I noticed his hip scarf twitching. Oh, is that your tail?
Ugh!
When I grabbed the wriggling lump, he flinched hard. This is, oh, so out of context. This is so, whoo, whoo. I'm gonna pull a red here and go, have nosebleed right now. Yep, that was a tail, all right. Okay, thank goodness it wasn't a forward tail. This is so bad. This is so bad. Oh no. Oh no, Red. I'm so sorry. Ooh, so soft. I stroked his ear with one hand and his tail with the other. His tail's just as soft as the rest of him.
Stop! Please!
Your mouth says no, but your tail says yes. With an evil grin, I started stroking faster. Do we have to call it stroking? Do we? Do we have to? Oh, you know, I thought like, you know, because it had been a while, my memories of Red's route had kind of like softened a bit, especially after doing Gretel and stuff. I was like, you know, maybe Red's route wasn't as awful as I remembered, but I've been here for all of like 2 minutes and already I'm like, nope, we were just absolutely horrible to this boy and he did not deserve it. And we're just continuing, even without our memories. Oh, I got tears in my eyes for this boy. I'm so sorry, Red. Pet, 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 pet.
No! No, I can't take it.
Oh god, this evil, crazy laughter. Oh no. Oh, Red, I'm so sorry.
Red!
Oh, somebody save my boy, please. Phew, I feel better now. After I'd had my fill of fuzzy fur, the gloom in my chest had faded considerably. I looked over at the wolf man, eyes sparkling. You good, honey? You okay? Can I make you some tea? Something? I don't know. He peered at me from behind the safety of the door. Aw, you don't have to be scared. I'm sorry, okay? I went too far. I want to talk to you, so could you please come a little closer? I beckoned to him, but alas.
I refuse. If I do, you'll just pet me again.
He turned away, scowling. It's okay. I promise I won't do anything to you.
You've said that many times, but at no point have you actually meant it.
What kind of person do you think I am? Apparently he saw Yurika Arisu as a lying witch. I mean, it's accurate. Seriously, I swear I won't do anything.
You swear?
I swear. You can even tie me up if you want. As a show of sincerity, I offered him both hands, almost like a criminal waiting for my handcuffs. He is the police. Well, not in this world. However... and here we go again.
Tie you up? I couldn't possibly do something so kinky.
He shouted at me, blushing beet red. Kinky? I repeated the word back to him, and he snapped to his senses.
Ugh. I apologize for losing my composure.
Okay. What's this guy's issue? I mean, girl, you don't understand, but, like, I don't know, 10 days ago? I still don't know how much time actually passed in Red's route after the initial 7 days. But anyway, let's say it's less than a month. ago, he would pass out from a nosebleed just from you being like within a 5-foot radius of him. So the fact that you were able to pet him until he was laughing is amazing.
Now then, what did you wish to talk about? I heard you scream, "Help me!" Were you attacked by the wolf?
No, nothing like that. I looked at his ears. They kept twitching and perking up, and it was very distracting, to say the least. He leaped away from me. There we go. Then he pulled his hood over his head for good measure. Uh-oh, he really doesn't trust me now. Anyway, what a high-quality costume you're wearing. I tried to change the subject, but...
Costume? Costume. Bedroom. Roleplay. Load!
Clearly, his imagination was on par with that of a 12-year-old boy, and we were getting nowhere fast. Are you okay, buddy? Your nose is bleeding. It was quite surreal to see a stream of blood dripping down his otherwise handsome face.
I'm fine.
Want a tissue?
Tissue?
Look, are you sure you're alright?
Yes. I'm fine.
You sure don't look fine. Thinking quickly, I contemplated a potential solution. Even without my memories, I still had all my practical knowledge. Surely I could find a way to stop his nosebleed. As I recall, to stop a nosebleed, you should loosen your clothes, relax, and either sit down or lean against something. Well then, I spread my arms wide. Get me out of this world, please. Please, I can't with this secondhand embarrassment. Get those clothes off and get over here! Come on! Ah! Well, you summoned the bufaguka. As he panicked, I sat him down on the bed. 20 or 30 minutes went by. Feeling better now?
Yes, ma'am.
Mysterious wolf guy. He seemed to have regained his composure. Glad to hear it. Satisfied, I gave him a smile and a nod. If I'd let him keep bleeding endlessly, he would have passed out on the carpet. By the way, I prepared to address the elephant in the room. I hadn't been sitting here twiddling my thumbs the whole time, you know. After a solid effort to parse the situation on my own, it was time to ask the big question. Who exactly are you? Oh boy, here we go.
What?
Huh? Oh, I know! Since you're here in my house, are you my older brother? Unable to take the silence any longer, I decided to hazard a guess.
What?
Huh? However, the third time was not the charm, and silence fell once more. As my mind spun, contemplating what to do, I heard him let out a long breath.
Now I understand. You're not feeling well, are you? Your mental faculties are noticeably deteriorating. Let's get you to bed.
He rose from the bed and gestured to it, offering his place to me. What? No! Really, that's not it!
Then what's going on here?
He squinted at me dubiously, so I decided to give him a very brief rundown of the situation. I have amnesia!
What?
Are we just going to keep going in circles or what? First Cinderella, and now this! Look, I don't blame you for being confused. I know this must be hard to believe, but I've lost my memories. I don't know who I am or how I got here.
But you know your own name.
I learned it from a man named Cinderella before I got here.
Cinderella?
Yes. We were at the lake just a few minutes ago, but now he's gone. I'm pretty sure I fell into the water, so I honestly have no idea how I got here. Do you know him? Hello? Are you even listening? I waved my hand in front of his face. No reaction. Why'd you go all stiff? His nosebleed flared up again. You gotta be careful with your choice of words, girl. I think I'm gonna have to start watching what I say around this guy.
Yep.
Anyway, I know it's not easy to believe, but I'm honestly telling the truth. You know me, right? Who are you?
Well,
He gazed at me, his face flushed. Well?
I'm the man with whom you are currently going steady. And my name is Red Riding Hood.
Wow, I really am a thirsty nympho slut. And you accept that just from the second world you go to. I love it.
Nympho.
And he's gone. Gosh, this can't be right. I thought I was engaged to Cinderella, but now you're telling me I have a boyfriend on the side? If this was true, then Eureka Arisu was quite possibly a heartless skank. Come to think of it, Alice did call me Miss Town Bicycle or whatever. I thought he was just trying to rile me up, but maybe he was actually right? As I murmured to myself, I slowly shook my head. I refused to believe the old me would have deceived an honest man like Cinderella or an innocent soul like Red Riding Hood. And yet, as things stood, I couldn't deny it. Without my memories, I couldn't be sure. Hey, Red? I need to confirm something real quick, so could I ask you to come with me? Wait, what the? When I looked over, I found him passed out on the carpet.